Just since I've started. Hello? Hello, James? Hello? So I've already dialed, since I started recording 52 seconds ago, I've already dialed 6 numbers. The last one was a pickup. It didn't say anything. So far I've dialed 60 numbers and I've had 11 pickups. I've gotten 1 email. I've been calling for I've been calling for 23 and a half minutes. 61 dials. 62 dials. I've done the math at this point. I usually pick up a listing about every 750 to 1,000 calls. And so I roughly make about $10 a dial. So I've already dialed 64 numbers. So that's 640 bucks I've already made today. In 24 minutes, I made 600 now and $650. Hey, good morning. This is John Crookshank with eXp Realty. How you doing? Can you hear me? So I switched from my headset to the computer. I have a feeling people can't hear me, which is why the last 2 people have only said hello and then hang up. So now, let me go see if I can figure. I should be working. Let's keep going. I'm still going to count that as a pickup, though. Just trying to think. I think my mic is on. My mic should be on. Yeah, my mic is on. Let me try it again. Maybe it's just bad luck. Also, you probably notice I'm standing right now. I find that is the best. Hey, good morning. This is John Crookshank with eXp Realty. How are you? Hello? All right. At this point, they can't hear me. So, wonder why my mic is not picking up what I'm saying. Trying to figure out how to do this where you can still hear what they're saying, not just hear my side. My mic is on. Tell you what, you know what I'm going to do? I don't want to do that. So I could shut my dialer down and call back through now because I'm using my phone. I guess for now I'm just going to have to switch to being one-sided until I can figure out why they can't hear me. But for now we're just going to keep cruising through this, and unfortunately I'm just going to only be able to hear one side. All right, back to ringing. Hey, good morning. This is John Crookshank with eXp Realty. How are you doing today? Can you hear me? All right, something's going on because he couldn't hear me either. My mute button's not on. Well, I guess I'm gonna power down. And because I've had now 3 or 4 pickups and they can't hear me. It's bizarre. Actually, let me see right here what this is. No, that's not it. That's weird. My microphone is on. Why can't they hear me? All right, let's try it one more time and see what happens. Weird. I was reading this morning the MIT study on cold calling and when to call, when's the best time to call, and all that's great. But I started thinking. It actually said the day I'm on today was the worst day to call, and I, for a split second, almost wasn't going to make my calls. Hi, good morning. This is John Cruikshank with eXp Realty. How are you today? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? All right, it's confirmed. People can't hear me. That guy sounded really nice, and he couldn't hear. So I've now lost 4 or 5 people. Not sure what's going on. So I'm going to try powering down, which I hate to do, because it's going to start over a little bit. Man. But let's just power down. Close this out. Man, that stinks. I'm just going to close out of everything. That is bizarre. All right. So I'm going to go to dial. Get back on these phones. So it says I have 122 numbers to dial. I had I can't remember how many when I started this morning. All right, hopefully this will work. So I was dialing and calling before I decided to record it. Everything was going fine with my headset. I had several conversations, so I'm not sure what happened there. I decided to unplug my headset and put it through my computer. Let's see. All right, I'm back to dialing. It's kind of frustrating though. I had 4 or 5 pickups just in the 5-6 minutes with you guys watching. I also hate when I have to restart like that, because then I can't track my time, the amount. I do write down actually when someone answers. I do a little tally. Because sometimes if I disposition the call, like let's say I put not answered, not interested. I'm trying to. Hello? Corey? Corey? Oh, sorry, buddy. Have a great day. Had a lot of static on that one. And, but anyway, good news is he could hear me. He just wasn't Corey. He probably was Corey. Just didn't want to say his name was Corey. Hi, good morning, Teresa. Hey, this is John Cruikshank with eXp Realty here in Port St. Lucie. How are you doing today? Great. Hey, yeah, I just listed a house for sale in your neighborhood on Charleston Way. And I'm just calling a couple of the neighbors to see if I could help you guys with anything. Sure. I got you. It is a lovely place to be. I definitely agree with you there. Yeah, no, last question though, when you do decide to maybe do something even 10, 20 years down the road, do you have an agent you would use then? Oh, that's even better. I'm happy to hear that. Awesome. Well, hey, Teresa, I appreciate it. Have a great day. Bye-bye. All right, very lovely older lady. She's planning on dying in the house. Who knows if that's true. She has an agent next door that's also her best friend. I don't push people a lot. She's also on the do not call list. So when I see do not call, I don't push anything. I don't push for an email. Nothing. Now, if they're not on the do not call list, I'll push a little bit more and be like, hey, well, yeah, that sounds great. I know your friend next door neighbor is the realtor. In case something changes, I'd love to stay in contact with you. What's a good email so I can send you my contact info and maybe some information? And then I'll leave it at that. So, I mean, it's not much more pushing, but you do actually ask for that email. But I am cautious on the do not call list. I'm only calling people really to inform them. Because legally that's my end there, is I'm just giving information. I let her know. Hey, I just listed a property. That's the information. Calling to see if I can help you out with anything. You need your trash taken out. You need whatever. Oh, that was a creepy voicemail. Yeah, so this is it. It's nothing glamorous. It's actually rather boring. Sorry if I pause for a minute. That's because someone's voicemail picked up, and sometimes for a split second I can't tell if someone's on the phone or if it's just a voicemail I need to drop. Yeah, it's nothing glamorous. Like a hello? Hey, can you hear me? Hey, buddy, this is John Crookshank with eXp Realty here in Port St. Lucie. How you doing this morning? Hey, good, good. Hey, I didn't want to take up too much of your time, but I just listed a property for sale in your neighborhood on Charleston Way. I'm just calling a couple of the neighbors to see if I could help you guys with anything. Sure, no, I appreciate that. When you do go to do something, he hung up on me. So when someone says, like, he was like, oh no, we're all right, you have a split second there to keep going from what I found. And so I transitioned right into, okay, great. Well, when the day comes, boom, he hung up on me. Can't control that. You know, I know some people out there are like, oh, well, you screwed up. You know what? Whatever. So I'm just putting not interested. And he was also on the do not call list. Back to dialing now, but yeah, you're just fishing. Hello? Hey, good morning. Is this Mr. Almonds? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I dialed the wrong number. Have a good one, buddy. Bye-bye. So I'm just getting back into the calls. I haven't made any calls in like a couple months. You know, my real estate business has been doing this. You know, I'll bust out a couple thousand calls, get business going, and then get comfortable. And I'm really actually been okay with that. You know, but I want to get back on the phones, and I think the last 2 out of 5 or 3 out of 5 listings I've had over the last, I'd say, 80 days have come from cold calling. And so I know it works. I know, you know, not that many agents are doing it. And I don't mind doing the things that other agents don't want to do. In fact, that's my slogan up here. I'm willing to do the things other agents are not willing to do. Hello, Mrs. Rodrigo. Oh, I'm sorry. This is John Crookshank with eXp Realty here in Port St. Lucie. How are you doing today? Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, so on that one was a lady. She wasn't interested in chit chat. She wanted to know who was calling her. I told her. She said, oh, I'm really not interested in your services. I could have said, hey, well, actually, I'm not calling to offer any services. I'm just giving you information. I do probably need to get a little bit more aggressive, you know, because I'm probably definitely leaving some stuff on the plate. But, you know, I'm not going to beat myself up today. You know, like I said, this is only my second time calling. I called someone Friday. I did not call yesterday, but I'm just trying to get back into the habit of making these calls every day. So that's the goal today. I used to really beat myself up over not making my calls, or, oh, darn, that call, I should have done this, I should have done that. And that just didn't do well for me. So I'm keeping it pretty cool, pretty relaxed. Not going to beat myself up. Definitely want to improve though. But today my goal is to just get through my calls. I want to dial this whole list, which I think I have. Hi, good morning. Hello, can you hear me? Hi, good morning. This is John Crookshank with eXp Realty here in Port St. Lucie. How are you doing today? Good, thanks. Just want to let you know I just listed a property for sale in your neighborhood on Charleston Way. And I'm just calling some of the neighbors to see if I could help you guys with anything today. Sure. Thank you. Have a great day. As soon as I said thank you, that lady hung up on me. Which is fine, whatever. Not interested. My pickup rate is better than it was on Friday. We were doing some cold calling yesterday with Joe Rosen. I'd highly recommend you check out his channel, Joe Rosen, Rosen. But he was leading a cold calling session yesterday. We filmed it live, and I've learned a lot of my techniques from him, as well as Ricky Caruth, and those are both phenomenal guys. Learned a lot from those guys. It was great to be there. We were there for about 3 hours yesterday, and got to toss some ideas around when it comes to cold calling, and definitely learning some stuff. One of the biggest things two things I'll actually say real quick that I took away yesterday. One was the do not call list. I really haven't. I've always called the do not call list, but I did not quite realize there's 5 things you can. Hey, good morning. This is John Crookshank with eXp Realty. How you doing? Good. Hey, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I just listed a property for sale in your neighborhood there on Charleston Way. I'm just calling some of the names to see if I could help you guys with anything. You mean the one I just listed? Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no. So the address that I just got from the property appraiser's office with your number on it is the 8108 Keywa Trace. I hope I didn't murder that, but I just listed a property, I think 3 streets over from that address, and just listed it last week. Right now, let's see, let me think off the top of my head. I think living area was around 2,300 square feet with a pool. It is a frame home though. But we listed at $515, and within 2 days got a full over asking cash offer. I actually had about 7 offers on it in the first 2 days. Yeah, it is. Is this home in PGA, is it just a second home or a rental for you guys? Yeah, sure. I mean, have you guys put any thought into doing something different or no? Yeah, I don't blame you. It's a good place to be. When the day comes to do something with it, 5, 10 years down the road, do you have an agent you would use to maybe sell it or help you out? Sure. Well, if you end up needing, another top agent in the Port St. Lucie, Martin area, I'd love to keep in touch with you. What's a good email for you? And I'll send you my contact info so you have it. Great. I'll send you an email here shortly. That way you have my info. All right, buddy. Hey, thank you. Take care. Bye. All right, so I just got an email. This guy actually owns multiple properties. Not sure, when you're calling somebody out of the blue like this on a cold call, I don't press too much on the first call. But he said he owns several properties in Florida. He actually has a couple of realtors that he does use to buy and sell those properties. He has no interest in selling this property right now. But I still asked, hey, I'd still love to stay in touch with you. That way if you need a top agent in this area, he said, sure. He gave me his email. I will send him my contact information later today. Just might say, hey Gerald, or Gerard, I'm sorry. Hey Gerard, really enjoyed chatting with you later today. PGA is a beautiful place to have a home in. Let me know if you ever need anything in this area. And then I will set him up on my emails, which right now I'm doing an email every 3 to 4 weeks. I know there's other agents out there like Ricky Caruth and I think Joe Rosen both do a weekly email. That's too much for me. I tried it in the beginning for a little while, and I think an email every 3 to 4 weeks for me works, and I've actually had a better pickup rate as far as people actually opening the email, doing it that way than when I was doing it weekly. And then with someone like him, that's it. I mean, I might circle back around to him, let's say in a year, but for the most part, chances are I probably will never talk to him again. But you never know. I'm not worried about it. So, I'm just going to make a couple notes real quick, and I'm going to write down his address. That way I have that info. I don't even know how you pronounce that last name. It's like, I don't even know. And that's what happened there. I didn't catch the first name. My eyes only locked onto the last name and I couldn't pronounce it. So you probably noticed I just said, hey, I introduced myself, and just took it from there. I actually try to keep these calls relatively quick. Because, you know, I called a lady the other day. You could clearly tell she was washing dishes in her kitchen. So, you know, if you're doing these kind of calls, you're calling people, you know, when they're doing their everyday business. So I try to be mindful of that. And, wow, I totally murdered that street name. Which sometimes when that happens, I'll lose them right then and there, but he stayed on, thankfully. I'm just writing down real quick a quick note. Sorry if I get out of frame a little bit, I can try moving this, but he's an investor, owns several properties. I'm just doing quick notes. But going back to one of the things yesterday that I learned from Joe Rosen, two things. One was the do not call list. There's 5 reasons why. I think it was 5 reasons why you can call. The one that we're going with is for information, so I've had to change that pitch up that I've been using, because I've dialed now, I don't know, 6,000, 7,000 dials now over the last 10 months. And one of the things he was saying is it has to be informative. So my call script looked like this last week. Hey, good morning, this is John Crookston with EXP, how you doing? Great, just want to let you know that I just listed a property in your neighborhood on Charleston Way, calling to see if there's anything in the world I can help you with real estate related. So what Joe was saying is basically take out the real estate part, because you can't solicit to a do not call. So we're just calling to give information. And then if they engage, like he asked me, oh, well, what did that house sell for? Boom, then I can segue right into real estate. And that's what I did on that call. I segued right into real estate. He brought it in, I jumped on it, gave him some information, and then obviously I was able to get his email, which is pretty big. You know, I mean, it's probably a junk email, but still, it's an email. Add him onto my list. I've just started dialing again, and that's all there is to it. You know, I called this neighborhood on Friday, one section of it, talked to a guy. I had just gotten yelled at on my 3 previous conversations. One of them was pretty bad, one of the worst ones I've had in a long time, which is fine. I actually wish they hadn't hung up so quickly on me after they chewed me out. See, why did it do that? Why am I? Oh, it just called the same guy again. I don't know. Anyway. Forgot where I was at. I don't remember. But the other thing that I took away from that call yesterday with Joe Rosen is he's using a Mojo dialer. I'm using Redx's dialer. They're both the same price. I got a triple line dialer, it's $150 a month. Mojo's dialer, $150 a month. Mojo will work with your CRM. So like you saw, I just had to take a note. I wrote it out on a piece of paper. And then at the end of my call session, I've got to go back to this piece of paper and manually input this guy's information into my CRM. With the Mojo dialer, you can actually link your CRM. So instead of having to write it on paper, I can write my note through the Mojo dialer. I can put, hey, he's a buyer, he's a seller. Also, instead of writing his email down, I can put the email in right into the Mojo dialer, and it will take all that information and go ahead and put it straight into my CRM. Hey, good morning. This is John Crookshank with eXp Realty here in Port St. Lucie. How you doing this morning? Great. Hey, sir, I didn't want to take up too much of your time, but I just listed a property for sale in your neighborhood of PGA. And I'm just calling a couple of the neighbors to see if I can help you guys with anything. Sorry? Oh, congratulations. All right. Thank you. Have a great day, sir. Bye-bye. All right. Guy said he sold back in April. He was on the do not call list. April's not that long ago, so sometimes the information is a little outdated. So what? Now I could have pushed him a little bit more. Could have said, "Oh, great, are you still in the area?" I've tried that. I've had very little success. I don't think it's worth my time. Oh. I don't think it's worth my time to just call him again. He must own more than one property in this neighborhood. That's interesting. This is a totally different house. That's funny if maybe he had one next door and he sold it, but he still lives there. Who knows? Doesn't matter. Move on. Yeah, so with that Mojo dialer, I'm going to be switching to the Mojo dialer here. I think I already paid for 2 more weeks of my Redx dialer. There's nothing wrong with the Redx dialer. I've loved using it. Oh, the other piece to the Mojo dialer is it tells you who you're dialing. So if you haven't used a dialer before, or a triple dialer, I have 3 boxes at the top of my screen, and they just have a phone vibrating with a number. I don't know the name of the person that answers until they pick up the phone. Then their information pops up on my screen. With the Mojo dialer, the boxes are bigger and it actually gives you a name. So I could see Chris, Charles, Jerry. So I've already kind of got the names ready. Or if, let's say it's a difficult last name I want to use, So yeah, so those are the two big takeaways for Mojo dialer. One, it tells you who you're calling before they pick up. Second thing, which is the bigger one, is, hey, good morning. This is John Crookshank with eXp Realty here in Port St. Lucie. How are you doing this morning? Good. Hey, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I just listed a property for sale in your neighborhood on Charleston Way. Just calling to see if there's anything in the world I can help you with. Oh. Alrighty, ma'am. Well, have a great day. Bye-bye. Very old lady. Whatever. What was I saying? That's a 77812. So that's the huge part there is that Mojo can take that information, put it right in UCR, because I spend a lot of time, hours, putting, if I have let's say a 2-hour-long call session and I talk to 35, 40 people, and let's say I get 5, 6, 10 contacts for me, by the time I put their name in, their email, phone number, address, make a note, it takes a couple of minutes for every lead. And then if you get behind on it, which I've gotten behind on it by like 30 or 40 people, it's going to take you hours especially if you're also doing thank you notes. Because if I have a good conversation with somebody, I'll send them a thank you card with my business card in it. That takes a lot of time. So being able to have your dialer link with your CRM to me is worth 10 grand right there this year. I mean, I would pay a lot more money than the 150 to have that service. So anyway, hi, good morning. Is this David? Can you hear me? All right. I don't know if they could hear me or not, but anyway, let's see where I'm at. I've got about 28 more places to call on, but I'm going to say goodbye for now. Focus on this. I hope you guys found some value. If you have any questions, please drop them down in the comments. I'll put a link to Joe Rosen and Ricky Caruso YouTube channels. Phenomenal guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one.